Yeah.
What's going on, my people? What's good with you? Back with another episode of The Underdog, where we showcase talent and we provide them to be seen and heard. This is a judge-free zone, but you will be judged by the people. So what's going on with you guys, man? It's been a long time. It's been a whole week since we've seen each other. All right. Oh, let's bring in my co-host, Shawnee.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
How's your week?
Oh, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff done. Today, I went and picked up my Beat headphones. They were on sale. I finally got some good headphones. Well, I think they're good. They sound pretty good.
Yeah, they sound great.
Yeah, they were $350, and then they went on sale. You know, I'm not paying top dollar for nothing.
Oh my God!
I am.
Remember that?
I am Mr. Chapstein. Huh?
You remember in the wood? And he was like, man, these are Ferragamos. These are Ferragamo. You know how much these cost? He was like, how much you pay for it? It don't matter.
It don't matter how much I paid for
it.
Yeah, you know, my joints is beautiful.
Oh man, love it.
So how was your week?
Good week. You know, posting. You know, TikToking.
TikToking. You don't stop.
Teach you how to TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the TikTok. I think over a certain age, your talk shouldn't tick.
That's true. What is it? Gen X and the baby boomers, everybody's TikToking. I'm telling you. And killing it.
You know what? I don't think a man of my stature should be top ticking.
Gentlemen. Never say never.
Well, you're right. Never say never. Never say never. I don't know. I might TikTok with you. Maybe we'll do a TikToker.
One time. You gotta do it at least one time.
Okay.
Pandemic, quarantine. What else you got to do?
Nothing. Nothing to sit here and watch. What was I watching last night? I watched Jingle Jangle.
I love Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle was good.
I've seen it twice.
See, you know what? This is what I've been complaining about, and you know, a lot of people think I'm wrong for saying what I say, but I don't care. You know, Tyler Perry, love Tyler Perry, but these are the things that Tyler Perry should be doing. Like, you know, I want Tyler Perry to do Oliver Twist over. I want him to do something of this. Like, this was phenomenal.
This production was amazing.
The young lady, this was her very first role. Her breakout role.
Wow.
Like the young lady Journey, I think her name was Journey in the film.
Yeah.
This was her breakout role. Oh,
fantastic.
And she did a phenomenal job.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And she got great people surrounding her. So
oh, yeah. Great cast. Great cast.
Felicia Rashad, Forrest Whitaker. It was just endless amount of stars in there.
Yeah, just to even be in the same room as Felicia Rashad is like, oh
my goodness.
It is.
I saw her speak. She read from Toni Morrison's book, one of Toni Morrison's books at the Y, 92Y. Fantastic.
Yeah. She has like she's mysterious, kind of like Prince.
Yeah.
You know, like she's real mysterious.
She's a magnet. You're just
but not in a bad way. You know, not in a bad way at all. You know? I took a picture. I took a picture with her one time, and I had hurt my foot. and she like the concern that she had for my foot was like I'm talking to my TV mom.
Yeah.
You know, like like do you understand? Like this is my TV mom. Like when I got in trouble, she scolded me. When I needed a hug, she was there for me. You know, she's like, this is my TV mom. Like
She's America's mom. Like
she was like,
you know,
how'd you hurt your foot? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine, mom. Like, yeah, like she just made it all better.
Yeah. She's got like a soothing, just personality that you just feel like you feel amazing in her presence, and it's just
definitely without question. Definitely without question.
Yeah.
One of our top notches. Like she's up there.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Yeah, royalty. We gotta keep her safe. Gotta keep her safe. You know?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Also, her sister Debbie Allen. She's another force. They are dynamic.
Yeah, she's a pip too.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pip too.
Yeah.
Because I still, think about those fame days when I was a dancer.
Oh.
She made me a dancer.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, she was aggressive. Yeah, when I went to her class, her class started like 4:00, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, you had to show up. I think it was on Channel 11. Showed up for her class, man. She was on me. You're late. I'm sorry.
I'll be like this. Why? Oh my goodness. So we've got a super cool guest today.
Yes. You probably know her. You've seen her around a couple of times. She's done some comedy.
Yep.
She was on, maybe you might have known her from the Jamie Foxx show.
Yep.
She did Jamie Foxx for a little while.
She did.
Then, later on she did a show called The View, I think.
I think I've heard of that.
Some small show, The View. And then now she's gone on to do, just be amazing woman that she is.
Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise to see on the screen, whether it's the big screen or your television screen.
We have
enjoy.
Miss Sherri Shepherd in the building. So this should be a good one. Now we're just waiting for our guests to come in, like we always do it patiently here at the Underdog.
We're so excited.
Normally, I would be on a plane doing stand-up, or I'm about to start publicity for my show with Gabriel Iglesias. That whole press tour is on Zoom. So, I would be in New York, getting ready to do press in New York, but it's all in this office with shutters behind me.
And you're just ready to get out and move around and just get some sort of normalcy back to your life.
Because you know what? I'm not going to meet a man on Zoom doing press in my office with plantation shutters.
You haven't tried Zoom speed dating?
I'm tired of talk. Look, it's only so much you can get talking to a person. I met and I talked to him, and he calls, and he's a contractor in Cleveland, and he shows me, he takes the camera around, showing me pictures of the house, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
I'm not talking about sex. You just need human connection. You need to,
what did you call it? Touch starved?
Touch starved. I am. It's only so much grinning I can do for you to tell me my smile is pretty. After a while, I want you to see what I'm wearing. I want you to see me get up and walk to the bathroom. You can look at my booty. You see me in heels. You can't see none of that right there. I got the camera now, girl. Look, I'm like, see something I got
on. you get all dressed up just to sit down in front of a TV.
In front of a TV camera.
And you put perfume on? Do you have a scent? Do you put it on anyway?
I got on some Ralph Lauren, but you can't smell it.
Look, it smells wonderful.
It Chris. This is the horrible thing about dating. Like, your hair is so pretty, but if I was a dude sitting across from you, I could be like, your baby hairs is fly. I have reading glasses on, so I don't know if you got baby hairs or alopecia. I don't know.
Yeah.
My hair ain't gonna sit here with no reading glasses on.
Right.
So it's just like, it's something about somebody sitting across from you being able to go, your smile is so pretty, and I like the way you're wearing that skirt. I got on jogging shorts.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
This is like, hell, Chris, you could be doing a Jeffrey Tubin over there.
Yeah.
The guy that was friggin' jerking off did you hear about that guy? He got fired from NBC because he was in the middle of a Zoom conference with his colleagues. Now, this man has written best-selling books. He's a pundit for CNN or NBC, all these best-selling books. He's in a Zoom conference and masturbating. Talking about he thought the camera was off. He just was masturbating and they fired him. Like, well-renowned journalists.
Wow.
This is what your new normal is. I could be talking to people and they jerking off beyond. Here's what my bar. You can't see my hands. You know over here.
What's happening, right?
Exactly.
Wow. I thought he got fired because he stood up and he didn't have his clothes on.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. When
I didn't know that he was
pants on.
I thought he was jerking off. He probably was jerking off before he stood up with no clothes on.
Wow, he was doing the Pee Wee Herman.
And who cares? What he gonna do? Sue us? He ain't got no job. He's whatever.
Yeah. It's terrible.
But this is your new normal. It's like, you don't leave your apartment. God forbid you talking to a man and it's dirty behind you. Like, it's got to be, everything got to be clean. You can't have your bra hanging behind you off that little thing you got behind. It's just, I'm ready to, whatever we got to repent for, can people please repent? So God can lift this plague.
So we can, get back to normal, right? We sorry.
I'm like, well, y'all repent.
Y'all get it together.
Look, I'm probably the one holding COVID. I'm the response. Look, I'm just like, Lord, can you bless these people to repent and let go of the evilness so we can get back to work?
So I guess my questions are just all over the place now. But do you miss stand-up comedy during this whole COVID craziness?
I miss it so much. I'm telling you. Right when we got quarantined, I was on a tour called Ladies Night Out Tour with Nene Leakes was the MC, and it was Lonnie Love, Kim Whitley, Adele Givens, and B. Simone, who's an influencer on social media. B. Simone, little baby. And we were all on a national tour. We were doing arenas and big theaters, and it was going extremely well. And we were selling out of all of these theaters. We did the King's Theater in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things we did. And we did the PAC, NJ PAC.
In Jersey. In Jersey, right?
We sold out both places. And it was going really well. And then they put us on quarantine. So that got canceled. Kim Whitley and I are about to start doing our Two Funny Mamas. We have a podcast. We're about to do the Two Funny Mamas spring cleaning tour. Because I'm like, we gonna do something. So we're trying to figure out how to social distance and take the podcast experience to maybe 3 or 4 different cities. But I miss doing stand-up so much. But I don't, for me, I know that once I saw D.L. Hughley faint on stage, I was like, I'm a mother. And Johnny, I don't know if you have any children, but I'm a mother. I'm all he's got, and he's all I got. And so I said, I can't chance it. All that hot breath coming towards me and the laughter. This is the one time I don't want y'all to laugh. I go to the comedy club, just sit just like this. Because all of that breath is coming towards you as they're laughing. And I don't know who got the COVID. It's for black people. Who got the COVID?
Got the Rona.
The Rona.
And so I've been doing stand-up. I did a gig for 1,500 dental hygienists, the Dental Hygienist of America annual conference. It was 1,500 watching virtually, but there was nobody in the room. And so that's extremely difficult because Like at least with y'all, it's 2 people and I can see you laughing.
Right.
But with this one, they put 3 people in the room and I literally had to do 35 minutes of stand-up, knowing that 1,500 people were watching me, but only 3 people were in the room and I didn't hear them. They put them on mute. When they laughed, I could see them do this. So when in those kind of situations, a comic has to know I am funny.
Right.
What I have to say is funny. There are 1,500 people listening. This is where you have to know your purpose. They need to laugh.
Yeah.
So I tell comics, stop saying, oh, this is so hard. Y'all don't understand. I usually do this. People already know that. Right. Just start talking. How many of y'all got your drawers on right now? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
You gonna laugh. How many of y'all, the dog is right here, you petting the dog? Y'all just start talking about dating and COVID. And I go, I gotta know I'm funny, even though I'm talking to myself into this little camera. Right. I don't see nobody. I just know I'm funny, and I'm gonna give these people 35 minutes of everything I got. And you also thinking, I'm gotta get this check. If I don't do 35 minutes, they're not gonna pay me.
I know that's right.
So
I'm surprised that
with writing like the scripts and your routine, do you find it a little that you have to be more careful because everyone's kind of more sensitive, or appears people are more sensitive? Or are you just like, you know what, this is funny, you're gonna take these jokes and like it?
I'm a little bit different from other comics who maybe are shock comics or political people. Yeah. My comedy has never been political. It's not even political now. There's comics who do that and they have to, figure out how the crowd is going to react. Mine is, I just want you to feel better. I want you to feel better than when you got there. Yeah. So when you're leaving, I need you to feel better. So I'm not going to talk about anything that's going to make a certain section go like this. Yeah. That's not my job. I feel like I got into a discussion with Lonnie Love and she's so militant. She like, no, you are the truth teller and you supposed to tell. And I said, but that's not my job. D.L. Hughley gets on stage and does that. You have Dave Chappelle in his amazing special who does that. Sherri Shepherd wants to make you laugh about the fact that you can't kiss nobody over Zoom. That doesn't matter who is the president or who is, because there's a common ground. So for me, no, they probably don't want, with the dental hygienist, they don't want to hear me say I'm touching my titty, but safe as I gotta be. So I went on comics. I'm really not that particular type of comic. I just want you to laugh at just the stuff in life that happens to us. I'm a mother. I got a child who's 15 who spends hours in the bathroom taking a shower. That doesn't have anything to do with who's the president or what the president is doing. That's your mother. You have your father. You have a child. I have a son who came in my room and said, Mommy, I like white girls like a Kardashian. I want a big booty like a Kardashian. And I had to tell him that's not theirs. That's mine. That's ours. That's general. That's stuff that happens to every parent when your son he said, can I talk about sexual stuff? Yeah. Grizz, you can relate to that.
Yeah, he got caught a few times on his PSP. He had I'm not gonna blow him up, but he had some questionable things on his PSP, and he got caught.
There's that time when you are a woman and you have a son, and I assume it's if you're a father and you have a daughter, when you have to put clothes on, and I literally, because we're moving, we had to stay in a hotel a few days, and I thought he was asleep, so I'm brushing my teeth. So Shawnee, we in our bra and panties. It ain't no good. I walk out. He goes, I have to talk to you. I've seen things that I should never see. And you were wearing your underwear, and I'm so upset. And you are too old, and it's not appropriate. I was so humiliated. I was like, I never felt so bad about wearing my panties.
I just wanted to get dressed.
Right? To get dressed, but I said, but what about other men think it's cute? And he goes, that's inappropriate. And I do not want a daddy. I don't want a daddy, and you're not bringing a daddy in this house. I don't want a stepdaddy. And if you bring a man in the house, I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't even post this because you was cock blocking right there. And my big teenage son has said, I'm going to do something, but I don't know what I'm going to do.
But I'm going to do something.
Because Grizz, if you was even thinking about asking me out, you like, your son is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wake up and this dude, nigga got a hatchet over
or just standing over me looking at me.
Just standing over me looking at me with that look in his ass on. I'm gonna do something, you nigga. That ain't got nothing to do with the president. That's just real life truth.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
My son is scaring off men, but don't want to hang around me himself. So
They go through that though. You said he's 15 now?
he's 15, Chris.
Yeah, he'll come back around. Mine's did the same thing.
What age, Chris? Please.
He'll come back around probably around 17.
Okay, so
he'll come back around.
It's about 2 years.
Yeah, they just go through a moment where they just need a little space, kind of type of thing.
That's the thing. He doesn't want me to do nothing with him. If I go in his room, he's like, "Why are you in my room?" And I'm like, "I just watch the WWE with you." He's like, "Can you get out of my room?"
Yeah, and we take it personal because like maybe a couple of years back, right? He was home from college, so I'm excited he's home. You know, so I hear him on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna meet up. We're gonna go to the movies." So I start getting dressed because normally I go to the movies with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting dressed and I'm like, all right, so what are we going to see? He was like, you're not going. And I was like, I'm crushed. What do you mean I'm not going? I always go to movies with you guys. Dad, you're not going. What do you mean I'm not going?
When they have to have that talk with you that you're no longer invited, that talk with you that you are no longer allowed to kiss them on the lips, Johnny, that crushes your spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. It hurts. It definitely hurts.
It hurts.
But we gotta we gotta push through it because at the end of the day they're gonna be right back around. And right after that he was upset because I think we normally see the Marvel movies together. We always, like, since day one, Transformers, all the movies we saw together. So we missed Black Panther, End of Days, and it was like Infinity War. We had missed like 3 consecutive Marvel movies because he was in school. And he was just too through with himself. He was like, "Oh, I'm not going to see the movie with you," and he's through. But that's why I say it comes back around. Just when you think everything is lost and they don't love you no more, they don't thinking about you. It comes back around. Now he's sitting in school watching Black Panther by himself, and he's losing it because I'm not there watching it with him.
You know what I'm afraid of is that my son will get a girlfriend or fiance, whatever, and I'm going to say to her, Jeffrey likes his food this way. He doesn't like scrambled eggs. He likes egg whites, and he likes his laundry like this. And she's going to look at me and go, "Mrs. Shepherd, I know what your son likes."
Oh.
And I'm going to curl up like you threw kryptonite on me and melt into a ball because there's some things a mother can't do for her child, and there's some things a father can't do for his daughter.
Yeah.
And when she stares at me in my eyes like this, Shawnee, "Mrs. Shepherd, I know what your son needs." What am I going to say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
In my mind, I'm be screaming, "You bitch." I'm going to bust you in your ass. But I can't, because if I bust you in your ass right now, something might crack in my wrist. And secondly, my son will be mad at me for busting your ass.
He'll be mad at you forever. Yeah.
Tell me that what you got, the little good is your mama.
Well, it's never going to beat your eggs, though. It'll never beat your eggs.
It came from my body. It disgusting. Can we talk about something else? Because it just reminds me how lonely I am without my child.
Oh.
We all are. So let's talk about The Masked Singer.
Oh my gosh, how did I get on that daggone show?
And what we wanted to know was, do you pick your own animal, or you pick your own kindred animal?
Yes, you pick your own animal, something that speaks to you. And mine was a kind of a twofold. I needed something that spoke to me, and I needed something that was not heavy enough where I was going to be breathing hard. Because I told these people, I can't sing. And they said, oh, Sherry, we've heard you. And I said, no, no, no. I karaoke. I don't sing. And they were like, but you entertaining. And I was like, okay. So when I picked out the penguin, it spoke to me in that I said, Sherry is not all black and white. There's a level of depth to Sherry. So that spoke to me. And then but I love those costumes where they have the big like ball gowns and the big, wings behind them. And when they said, those are really heavy when you ask her, yeah, well, okay, let me get that penguin. Penguin ain't got nothing around her waist. So it was twofold. And it literally was a very light foam head. And they said they had me put on, I'm not even going to say the contestant's name. I'm not going to blow them up like that or blow them out like that. But they had me put on a former contestant's head so I could see how light it was. But I was like, y'all need to be giving these celebrities some breath mints before they put this mask on me. Let me tell you something. They put that daggone mask on my head, Shawnee, and I was smelling everybody's dreams in life.
Oh, my goodness.
It smelled like no.
And I said to them, you know what? If y'all let somebody try my head, just spray with some Lysol because it fits completely over your head. The eyes of the penguin are up here, but my eyes are here, so I could only see people's shoes. So in order for you to get the full costume, I could only see the floor. So when I was dancing and singing, I only saw the floor so that you could see the eyes of the penguin, which are like right here. And it was so much fun. I couldn't see the judges. I was only looking at Nick's feet. And so there were a couple times I was working on my routine. They took away my routine because I didn't see the X of where I was supposed to be standing. I almost fell off the stage.
I was about to ask you that. How did they keep you from falling off the stage?
I was the klutziest in the one. They give you a big neon X. So you're supposed to stay close to that X. People who had it really easy with the choreography were people who are used to doing dance numbers. Like anybody from a boy band, Donny Osmond, who's used to doing Vegas and he has to use the full stage. People that they use the stage. For me, I'm a comic, so I stand in one place. So they gave me this choreography where I'm dancing with other ducks and things. And I said right away, we're not gonna do none of this because I didn't see that stage. I'm not falling off no stage. And then y'all expect me to I'll own this show gonna be called Sherry Singer. So routine right away. And then it was stuff that they had me when the thing is on your head, you're corseted up, the adrenaline is going, and you can't sing. Out of breath. I did not, because they gave me a Lizzo song. I was supposed to sing "Why Men Break Till They Gotta Be Great," and I realized, wait a minute, you got to know how to breathe when you sing. Mm-hmm. This is why when God gives you a gift, He gives you everything to accompany that gift. And I said, I know if Lizzo can sing on that stage, surely. No, you can't. No, you can't. And Lizzo, and I said, I just took a dance.
Yeah, but they don't sing the whole song though. They sing bits and pieces of it.
Lizzo does it live. Lizzo does a whole routine live. Even and I to the Queen. Even doing it live, you still have to be in a certain amount of shape and have breath control. Yeah. As a comic, I need a different type of breath control. So that's what tripped me up. I was like, I got to sing and breathe at the correct time and learn with my nervousness. So I think the first week I was in the bottom, of course, because I can't sing. I keep telling these people. I was in the bottom and I had to do a dancing for my life.
Oh my goodness.
You have to dance for your life. The one thing, even though I can't sing, I'm a bad loser. You're not gonna make me nothing. I'm gonna break up with you before you break up with me. So we had to do a dance off. I lost it. I did kicks. I dropped it like it was hot. I twerked into Nick Cannon. And then they said to me, okay, we could cut, then we're going to do it again. I said, no, we're not. And I walked in the walls and everything. They said, Sherry, where you going? I thought I was going to pass out because now I don't have no breath control. I'm just dancing because they're not going to kick me off. And they took that head off. I was drenched in sweat. That's how hot you get, drenched in sweat. But I lasted 2 weeks.
You did good. You did good.
So what extent do they go to hide your identity?
Oh, you have to wear gloves. You can't even let anybody see that you're black, like your skin color. I had to wear gloves that went all the way up here. If my ankles were showing, they gave me thick socks. I had to wear a face shield. I had to wear a hood over the face shield. So if there was nobody who could know who I was, I just had to nod. Do you know how difficult that is for a girl who runs her mouth for a living? Like I wanted to go, hey girl. They didn't want people to wreck. So to the security guards, who are the same people from Dancing with the Stars, they shoot in the same building. So a lot of people knew me from Dance with the Stars, but I would have to just nod at them with the face shield. I thought Sierra was on there. I was like, Sierra. Around. It turned out to be I forgot who it was. They put curtains. The only people that see you are your vocal coach and your choreographer.
Wow.
And the producer who works your segment. Only 3 people. Nobody else is allowed to know who you are. So that was really funny to be nodding to people and not be able to talk.
Did anyone kind of guess or like ask you like, hey, are you and you had to like keep it a secret?
The only person was Jenny McCarthy. She would text me at the most inopportune moments, like, you do it. But I had Jenny. I knew, because I've known Jenny for near 20 years. Yeah. And I knew Jenny because she thought it was me the very first season. And it was Ricky Lake. So when I did it, when I went to New York to do press for one of my shows, I took a bunch of pictures and video of New York. So anytime Jenny would be like, hey girl, what you doing? Where you at? I sent her a picture going, hey girl, I'm in New York. And I would send her a little video. Hey Jenny, I'm in New York. Da, 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 da. And one time she got me when I was putting on my costume. And they said, Jenny is convinced that this penguin is you. Everybody was panicked. And she called me and I said, Jenny, I'm on the set of Good Day LA or Good Morning America, and I'm about to go on, so I can't. I texted her, I said, I told you, I'm working. And she said, okay, you in New York. And I was like, bitch, I said I was in New York. Good group. So it was hard keeping her. I think she even had Donnie Wahlberg text me. And I was like, Donnie, you want me to get you? I see something so cute in New York. I can get it for y'all.
That'd been hard to keep that secret.
Ooh. It was so hard. Oh my gosh, because I did dig on Jenny McCarthy and no joke. She think it's you. Nobody else. Not even no. And I know Robin Thicke, and he couldn't guess.
Wow.
Because after I told her I was in New York, then they thought it was a white girl. They thought all these white girls, and so that was great. So by the time I pulled it off, they did not know it was me.
That is so funny. So you have like such a great relationship with Kym Whitley. Are you like best friends? Like how did, Two Funny Mamas, how did this all start? Wow. Like tell me everything.
Kym and I have been really good friends. She's in my close circle. You have to have you have a big circle, you have a smaller circle, and then you got your Jesus circle. People that are just like, they know everything. Kym Whitley is one of those women. And we knew each other when we first started stand-up. And I met Kym Whitley. It was this pretty girl with these dimples, loud as she is now, ghetto as she is now, really gorgeous. Because all the comics, Kym had this, I don't know if y'all remember her from Friday when she played Sugar.
Of course.
Kym got a grown woman body with a child. Now, Kym had this body of life in every comic. I always tell female comics when they say, Miss Sherri, what advice? Don't sleep with none of the comics. Because when you come into this business, everybody, you new fish, they want to sleep with you. Every comic in the world wanted Kym Whitley. It's people that lie. They go, I got with Kym. They ain't got with no damn Kym Whitley. Everybody wanted Kym because she was so pretty and she was so loud and just vivacious. And I remember I was very shy. I came from being a Jehovah's Witness. I was really quiet and really shy. And Kym walked in the room and I was like, oh my God, I want to be friends with her. Because everything she was, I was not. And we got to be friends and we struggled together and we lived across the street in this neighborhood of poor people, poor artists. That's what it was. And I used to go over to her apartment all the time. Kym Whitley taught me how to wear wigs. Kym Whitley taught me how to wear bras so that this was pushed up like this. Now they have big push-up bras, but the secret back then, girl, was you wore 2 bras. You wore a very tight bra, and then you wore a looser one over it, and it would give you automatic cleavage. Kim Whitley taught me that. Kim Whitley, I said, Kim, I'm wearing these wigs all the time. When do I tell a man that I got a wig on? She said, you tell a man you got a wig on when he says those 3 words to you. I love you. Then you wake up with your wig on the nightstand right next to him. That is the advice I will never forget. That's when you take your hair off. Once you got a man and he say, I love you, it's kind of too late to back out. He didn't invest in much hair. So
he's invested already.
Look, you look like Bing Rames, Grizz. It's too late. You done fell in love with me. Bing Rames.
It's over. You're invested.
Like, Grizz, you love me. So this right here, so let me wear my wig out like that. Grizz already love me. I'll never do that on my Bumble with nobody new, Shawnee. This sucker will be all the way back here, and I'll be like all outside of the thing, just talking like this. Grizz already loved me. It's too late.
It's already too late.
Crooked. Already in Grizz's heart.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Willie and I, that's how we met each other. We've stayed close. Kim Whitley is one of the people will ride or die. And a lot of my friends who are celebrities that I'm really close to, I have been friends with for a long time. Niecy Nash and I knew Niecy when she was struggling and had 2 kids and lived with her mama. Niecy lived in the back room in her mother's house. And so we used to always sit on the porch talking about our hopes and dreams, me and Niecy. And Niecy was always, she used to wear white flower in her hair. And Niecy always had cleavage down here. That's always been Niecy. We went into church like this. Niecy got us front seats in Noel Jones's church. There was TD Jakes, one just like this. Went up right up to the deacons at the church. The front was like, we just need to get closer to Jesus. And we got right on there. So she is always that cleavage, that ain't nothing new. And so people, they've always been my friends for a long time. And we kind of came up in the business together. And Kim was my bridesmaid, her and Niecy and Yvette Nicole Brown. So I have regular friends, but the ones that I have in the business, I'm so tight with. And the new ones that I meet, I try to mentor and you know, B. Simone, who I met going on tour, she was just my little heart I just took to going, I would like to give you the benefit of what I know. Take it and run and do. Hell, she got a shoe line and a clothing line. I'm like, I need you to teach auntie some stuff.
Yeah.
I think in this business, it's so important to mentor and, you know, teach folks.
Yeah.
So, but that's how I became friends with Kim Whitley. And we decided to start the podcast because I just said to her, we run our mouth so much, Kim. We were doing the Tom Joyner morning show together. And he did other comics and he let them all go. And he just kept Kim and I. And we were doing 2 days on his show. And I said, Kim, we should do a podcast together. We just have fun. We love to talk. For 3 years, I bugged her to do it because it takes Kim 9 years to make a decision. And when she did, then quarantine hit because we were supposed to do it at Kevin Hart's studio. Right. James Fox wanted to produce it, but then he booked something. And so we were going to do it at Kevin Hart's place, but then we got quarantined. And I said, well, we can still do it at home, Kim. So we do it. She does it at her house. I do it at mine. We called it Two Funny Mamas. And you know, we still small potatoes, but so far we got 35,000 subscribers. You know, we have so many people who listen to us, and we just want to make you feel better in the time that we're in. And we talk politics, and it's from a Black mother's perspective. Black women who are, you know, 2 single moms, we're single people, relationships. Yeah. You know, I think we were talking about last time, somebody wanted to date me who told me he had other women, but he wanted to date me. So we unpacked all that. You know, about being lonely. So we have a good time.
I like it because it's relatable. You know, it puts you guys in a place where the fans can feel like they can touch you. almost in a sense.
No, absolutely. And because I think people think when they start thinking celebrities, they think, it's you are untouchable and it's all this. And there are some things I do that, other people are not able to do in worlds that I'm in. But in a human sense, we still go through the same thing. I don't care where you working. If you working at Ralph's and I'm on TV, we both single and we got kids and we ain't got no man and we trying to get our baby daddies just to come and spend some time over here with your child. It's the same issues and we'll beat a bitch ass if we in our house.
Yeah.
That's Chicago.
I love it. So you all came up together and you all are friends. What happens when it's like time to get these roles? Like, have you ever been up against each other for like the same roles? How does that work?
All the time. Oh my gosh. I remember Niecy and I were having dinner and Niecy was like, girl, I'm trying to there's a role on The Help and they won't let nobody read for it. And I was like, I'm trying to get the same role. They wouldn't let anybody read for it because it was via Octavia. The writer of the movie wanted Octavia. That was his friend. And God bless her. Yeah. We were both trying to get that role, me and Niecy. We talked about this on our podcast. There was a series called The First Lady's Detective Agency on HBO by Anthony Minghella. And every Black actress came in and you had to have a Botswanian accent. It was about a Botswanian a detective agency, and it was a female and her assistant. The roles were Jill Scott was the detective and her assistant was Anika Noni Rose. I don't know if you know those two ladies or not. I mean, you may not have heard of them.
Familiar.
Every actress was in that room in some form of African gear. Nancy Nash, Garcelle Bouvet, Kim Whitley. I said, you don't even look like you from Africa. What is you doing in here? She was in it. And everybody, I'm trying to think of Retta was in there. Because they wanted a plus size female woman. Yvette Nicole Brown was in there.
Yep.
Anybody you can think of, Cheryl Underwood, we were all trying to get this role. We all had we was trying to talk like an African. Kim sounded like a Valley girl. I don't know where she came in with her accent. Everybody was trying, we were all talking like this. Everything we said was, it was like, it was terrible. Kim Coles was there. And so, they were seeing everybody, and Jill Scott got in Noni Rose. We was all upset. We go out for the same things all the time. I was trying to get the voiceover for Lady and the Tramp. Yvette Nicole Brown got it. But I think that's where you have to know what God has for you. Nobody's going to get it. Nobody's going to get it. There are some things, and you got to know that. It's like, it don't serve me to be jealous of the stuff that Niecy has because then I'm not looking at what God needs to do with me on my path. So I'm very happy for her. Yvette Nicole Brown, when I met her at church in 2001 is when I got married. I met Yvette Nicole Brown at church and she says to me, she hadn't done anything, nothing. She said, girl, it's so great to meet you. I can't wait till you book something so I can get a job. Then you ain't available. That's the first, before we even got seated. I thought, and then she booked a role on Girlfriends. And then she's been working ever since. We became friends. So I look at, I don't want I don't want to say I don't want what a Niecy has. I would like a career like it, but I want my own path. Niecy even called me because she's doing Claws. The girl that broke her damn foot. She's over at Claws. She was supposed to do something, but because they pushed back Claws, she called and she said, Sherry, it's an opening. I want one of my friends to get this gig. And she tried to get it for me. Now, unfortunately, they wanted a man if Niecy couldn't do it. But just the fact that people do that, I'll call Garcelle and go, somebody called Garcelle a friend of ours and was like, they interviewing people for the talk. Not the talk, the reel.
Yeah.
For a new talk show. Garcelle knew nothing about it. Now, her agents didn't tell her. It was a friend of ours, a mutual friend, who said, you need to get in on this and see if you can. And look who booked it. Out of all the actresses that went in, audition for the reel, she booked it. So that's the friends that I have do that kind of thing. That's what I love about the ladies that I surround myself with, because all of them very confident about what they do.
Well, listening to this, I need to get me some new friends.
You have to know in this town, in music, in entertainment, what you bring is special. They could call for we all sat around and talked about this. Niecy, Kim, Yvette, and I. Roles will call for, they need a sassy Black girl. Okay, sassy is so general. But if you take Yvette, Kim, me, and Niecy, we're all different types of sassy. Niecy is sassy, sexuality sassy. So she wears it on her, like sexuality around her. Like, if I'm sassy, we're going to be together tonight. Kim is sassy, like, I'm going to tell you, and you know. Oh. That's Kim Whitley sassy. Yvette is sassy, like mothering. Like, you ain't got your wallet in your purse. Oh my God, everything. Look, take you some tissue. Are we going to church on Sunday? She's sassy. I'm sassy with a smile on my face. So we all bring 4 types of sassy. I bring a sexy that will never match Niecy Nash's sexuality, because I don't even show cleavage. I like you to know I got a little something. I ain't gonna show it to you. Heck. But, so everybody is different, and you never know what type of, and I'm using sassy because that's such a generic thing that they will put in the breakdowns. You don't know what kind of sassy they're looking for. Let me say, there are people who bring sassy, and it's just like this, kind of, snarky sassy. So everybody, you are unique, and you can't look at what everybody else does.
Yeah.
So we go up for roles all the time. But when I walk in and I see my girlfriends, I just go, well, I'm doing it this way. So
yeah.
I think one story, Brian Banks. I did Brian Banks. It was my first dramatic lead in a film with Aldous Hodge. That cutie right there. He played my son, and Brian Banks was sent to prison at 16 years old, an adult prison, for a crime. Someone accused him of rape, and he didn't commit the crime, and he served 6 years in prison and 5 years as a pedophile with the ankle bracelet, and then exonerated because the girl lied. And I had to play his mom, and everybody wanted that role. They were trying to get this lady named Viola Davis, if you've heard of her. They were trying to get Viola Davis for the role. They had talked to Jada Pinkett. They had, what were the other names they gave me? Halle Berry, Jada, Halle. Who played the Clark sisters, the mother? Geez, we did a movie together. We did Carlina White. She played Maddie Moss Clark in the Clark sisters. I
know who you're talking about. I forgot her name.
You can't remember right now. Welcome to 53. Geez, Louise. But a bad sister. Edie. That's my sister. And I swear to God, she's like my everything. I need this name. Y'all, please, who played Maddie?
I'll Google it.
Because it's going to bother me. It's going to bother me. Maddie Moss Clark, she should have been nominated for an Emmy. Did y'all see the Clark sisters?
Yes, very good movie. Very good.
She should have been nominated for an Emmy, and I was really pissed that she did not get Maddie Moss Clark BET. Who was that?
Juan. I can't remember.
Anjanu Ellis.
Yes.
And Anjanu Ellis, we were in a movie together, the Carlina White story with Keke Palmer. She played a woman who kidnapped Keke Palmer at birth, and I played her natural birth mother. That's a beast right there. Anjanu Ellis, they were talking to about playing Brian Banks' mother. When you hear those kind of names, I went in and auditioned, and they didn't want to see me at first because they said, Sherri, you don't do drama. We just know you for comedy. So they wouldn't even see me. I had to fight to even get in the audition. And when I got in there, the casting director says, we've expanded the role for the mother. And I said, that's great. And she goes, because we try to get Viola whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. What? And I did it. All my crying stuff, I did. I didn't hear from them for weeks. And then they called me back. The director, it just shows you that when God is for you, when he has something for you, it is yours. It just so happened that the director of the movie was Tom Shadyac, who had written The Nutty Professor. He directed Eddie Murphy in The Clumps. He directed Jim Carrey in all of his movies. So he was a comedian's director. So when he asked to see me and he was talking to me and he said, why do you think you should do this? And I told him I had a child with special needs and I had to fight for my child. He said, I'm going to have to do you the way I did Jim and Eddie. I'm going to have to, because you used to being like this, and I'm going to have to sit on you. I said, sit on me. it just so happened that was a God thing, that a director who happened to work with comics saw something in this comic that he could use. And he said at the end of the movie, nobody could have played this role like you, because everybody who came in, they had a fighting spirit to them as a mother. You brought a gentleness, because Brian Banks' mother is very gentle. She's got her MBA, but she's not, she was very quiet, a kind of a soft lady. Mm-hmm. And so he said, you brought a spirit of gentleness and love to this character. So you have to know, I know when I walk in a room, it's my smile, it's my joy, it's this. Nisi walks in a room like this.
You did a phenomenal job though, because when I watched that movie, it was it pulled on my heartstrings. It really did. It really did.
Thank you, Grizz. It was my very first dramatic lead in theaters in a drama, and and everybody was trying, like I said, everybody was trying to go out for that. And and it was a little intimidating to hear the names that they were talking about and throwing around, but I had to say, Lord, I know this is mine, because I live it with my son. He might not have been to prison, but I got to advocate for him. And I know what it would be like to have my son ripped from my arms with something he didn't do. And I'm a mother, and I can't help him. That's every parent's nightmare, that you cannot help your child when they need you the most. That I know how to play.
Yeah. You're right.
So, you got to know that when people can't nobody sing like you, can't nobody act like you, nobody had the experience like you.
Yeah, you're right. So what's next for Sherri Shepherd?
That usually sounds like the dudes I be talking to on Zoom. When they go, what's next? I go, yep, they getting tired of talking. Zoom Bumble is about to end. I can feel it right now. Every time they like, yeah, so what's next, Sherri? What's next? What you got going on? I'm like, yep, this ain't gonna be no second date on Zoom.
We'll give you a second date, I promise.
Yep, that's usually when they say that too, girl. I'm gonna call you back. I'm like, yes, and unless I take off my clothes right now. Little Bumble meetup. So I have my podcast. Kim Whitley and I are working on a book called 220 Mamas Relationships. And it's a funny book about relationships and kids, and to touch yourself or don't touch yourself during COVID.
Both.
Batteries or no. And it's a funny book. I'm working on a children's book right now based on the adventures of my son. And I have a show on ABC with Kira Sidgwick called Kevin Bacon's wife, called Call Your Mother. And on my podcast, I have a movie coming out on Netflix. It's a musical.
Nice.
Faith-based musical. They got me singing and dancing.
Let me tell you, that penguin came in handy.
Girl. Like a black Pat Benatar. Okay? And I can't sing. They took me in the studio and I had to sing. This is how good they are. When they auto-tune people, I sang just a word and they strung it together.
Nice.
One of the lines was, because it's a faith-based movie, so one of the lines was, I open up the Bible. And literally I had to go, in different ways. Open. By the time they got done with that song, I was like, we're about an album. This girl.
Who is this?
She sounds amazing.
This is me?
This is me? Literally. Once they had me sing the song, and he was like, you know what, we're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it a different way. And I sang, Bible. When I say I sound like Black Pat Benatar, I'm not lying to you. I sound good. That auto-tune ain't no joke. And I dance. They got me choreographed. I'm dancing in the musical.
Wow.
It's called Best Week Ever on Netflix. And I should have some really big news soon, maybe in a month. Some really big news that, that big news that you ain't supposed to say, because then it go away.
Yeah, then it disappears. You're like, oh, well.
Okay, shoot. So I can't say that yet, but it'll be out in the trades. So that's really that. So I'm very excited. I'm the co-host of Dish Nation, the pop culture show
Yes.
With DeBrat and Portia Williams and Head Crack and and Frank and Chewy Martinez. So that's just really
I love that show. That they keep me laughing. Destination. They keep me laughing.
But it's so fun going to a show where people are just kind and and I just get to laugh and we're not mean and we just do pop culture, which I love. And I get to work with these really wonderful people. And I'm like with the Brat. Like I idolize. I love Brat so much. And she lets me tease her about prison and her booty. And she just be like, don't go there, Sherry. Don't go there. Don't go there. She just laughs. So it's so much fun. So I think I think that's it. And then I'm a mother. And then
you're a great mother. So that that's what can I say about that?
Somebody said I'm a really good mom. How you hurt?
Yeah, he's just sitting like, oh, mom. How's he doing with the home?
He's laughing maniacally. You see what?
How's he doing with the whole homeschooling thing?
Hates it. He's hanging no bobby pins in this wig. It's on Dish. My hair girl. Look, it's all crooked. I don't even know. Everything is different.
Look, he look cute that way.
That's cute as a side part now.
Yeah, that's the side part. Look cute that way.
Look, she said, she don't put no bobby pins in her daggone. That's how she got ghetto folks. She like, you don't need no bobby pins. Ain't nobody gonna be pulling on it. What'd you ask me? Online school. I'm so comatose. I'm so stressed out with this online schooling because here's the thing. I did not sign up to be clipping this boy's toenails. I didn't sign up to cook for this boy 24/7. I did not sign up to be a tutorer. I don't know how this new math works. All of this stuff, I've checked out. I don't answer emails no more for the teachers. Like I said, I don't even know if my son is in school anymore. He could be working in Starbucks. I don't know. I don't care. I can't. I'm in therapy right now going, how do I handle all this? I'm like Karen White. I'm not your superwoman. Oh, no. I'm not that kind of girl who does algebra. You can fail. I don't care. No. So I don't know how his online school. I know every day I walk in and I go, is that the WWE theme song playing? Or is that this boy just sitting like this? Or he'll be like this.
I guess school is going like that in circles. I said, what advice do you have for the underdog?
Yeah.
This is the advice I have. That you have to know that you are unique. You have to know. Know that you know. Because I'm very spiritual. God created you for a purpose. A purpose. You will change the world. Now, changing the world, maybe you're not going to be president, but there's something you do that's going to change somebody's life, and then they're going to change somebody's life, and then they're going to change somebody's life, which means you change the world. You have to know that what you bring is special. And once you find that specialness and you unlock it, boy, you can create magic. If you want to know how special you are and what is that thing that makes you unique, sit in a chair with some of your closest friends in the middle of the room and let them tell you what they think is special and take it to heart. I did that one time in an exercise, and they said one of the things everybody kept saying is you got the best smile. When you walk in the room, everything lights up. So you know what you see me doing all the time? I'm always smiling because I know that's one of the things that makes me special. And so let your friends tell you and take those things that they say and tuck it inside. So when that voice comes that tells you you're not worth it and you're stupid and who do you think you are? You can go, but I'm special. I got this, and I got that. Take risks. That thing that scares you, go towards it. Take a risk because you'll never know. You don't ever want to be one of those people sitting on the sidelines going, I wish I would have tried. I wish, or I could have done that. You know the difference between the person who could have and the person that does is the person that does. Just do it. You never know. Failure is not bad. It just means get up and try it again. People who got success and they maintain it, there's failure along the way because that makes you grow. So that's what I would say to the underdog. This is a season, as much as I complain about it, that we probably will never see again. So while you're in the season, those dreams that you locked up and you put on the shelf and they're collecting cobwebs and dust that you thought, I'm not good enough to try, maybe unlock them and look and see what is it that you've always wanted to do and go for it. What you got to lose?
Wow. Thank you so much for that. That was, man, the underdogs. The underdogs, they love you. I want to thank you so much for coming on The Underdog and spending some time with us. I know we had a little technical difficulties in the beginning, but it's all right.
Sorry for being so late.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I worked on The View when we were with Barbara Walters, so I know better. Because the first time I came in 20 minutes late, she looked at me and she said, "Do you want this job, dear?"
Wow.
I was late again. Wow. Barbara Walters taught me, if you 15 minutes early, that means you 20 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
So if it wasn't for all of this Wi-Fi stuff, and then I wouldn't. So I apologize to both of you and not respecting your time. Like I said,
I thank you so much for even just taking the time to spend with us, though. You know, I really do appreciate that.
It's like, I said she was my friend.
That's what I said to her. Like, I said, Sherry's making me look bad. She doesn't like.
I talk so good about her. I came on. You look so through with me.
And Shawty's like, you don't even know her.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
Oh my God. Can you promise me one thing though? Yeah. When you and Kim come out with the book, please do an audio book because I need to hear y'all tell the stories.
That's what I wanted to say. Absolutely. Our podcast, we drop a new episode every Thursday. You can we have it on the podcast platform. So if you type in your search engine, Two Funny Mamas podcast, it will come up on iTunes and Spotify and all of that stuff. But if you want to get the full visual experience, which I think is the best of Kim and I, because Kim has ADHD, literally. And Grizz, you don't have to work with somebody who's ADHD. Kim, literally, we will be talking about politics, and she will put her foot in the camera and start clipping her toenails. Literally, Kim will just start playing with stuff because she got ADHD. She can't sit still. So, but that all of that is still, it's in the spirit of our podcast. So you can go on YouTube and subscribe to Two Funny Mamas podcast. And we have a really good time. So yes, we will do an audio book, and we'll let you know when our tour comes to your city, our spring cleaning tour.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So thank y'all for having me.
Definitely get Shani in the building because she needs the push.
You are so beautiful, girl. I didn't get to tell you that. You are Thank you so much. So are you.
You do. You laugh a lot. So I can tell you laugh a lot because it comes like the joy within you shines brightly.
She helps me laugh a lot too. She keeps me smiling.
You haven't said much because I've been running my daggone mouth. But I can tell your joy comes from within. It comes out. Yeah. And are you single?
I am.
You're gonna be a good asset to somebody. Somebody's gonna be lucky with a lot of ease.
Real lips to God's ears.
Honey, don't be smiling at everybody because whoever gets you, they better watch out. I'm just saying, prison, you nice too, but I'm just showing. I love Grizz so much. I do. Can I tell you anything this man wants? I just love Grizz so deep.
Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, you still have the piranha tank from Tracy Morgan?
Yeah. Crazy, Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Jordan. You know, he had a piranha tank. We lived in the same building. We lived in the Trump building. He had a piranha tank, illegal, mind you, to have. His piranha tank, the light bulb exploded. I live 8 floors below him. The front tank exploded. I'm getting ready for the work. All I see is water coming through my walls. It was so much water that came through and flooded all the apartments. I grabbed my wigs and Jeffrey in that order.
Yeah, like 500 or 600 gallon water, 500 or 600 gallon tanks.
It was 600-gallon tank. He wasn't even supposed to have it in that apartment. They had to move us, evacuate us. They made Tracy move. People were so mad at Tracy Morgan. I was so mad at that boy because I didn't get all my wigs. Oh, I was so mad. I only grabbed Jeffrey because I was like, Sherry, you can't leave the boy.
No, you can't. You get in trouble. You can't leave him.
Baby. And how does he repay me? You really don't come in my room every day, so I'm telling people in the interview that you're right.
That's hilarious.
Good night, everyone.
So before we leave, can you say, hi, I'm Sherri Shepherd and I'm rocking with the underdog?
Yes, absolutely. Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherri Shepherd, and guess what? I'm rocking with the underdog.
Thank you so much, Sherri. I love you.
So nice meeting you. I hope we get to meet you in person.
Me too. You are such a joy. I'm so excited to have this opportunity. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's a pleasure. We'll go. So when we get to do a press tour and get to come out there, we'll go hang out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right, now.
Bye. Bye. Oh my God, I love her.